H2K Infosys provides world-class online IT training, staffing, and software testing solutions to customers worldwide. H2K Infosys supports 100% job-oriented training, hands-on project work, cloud test lab, resume preparation and review, mock interviews, robust syllabus. One-time pay, lifetime access to live classes and videos. H2K Infosys has won the trust of thousands of students worldwide. For free demo class, visit h2kinfosys.com.
This conference will now be recorded.
Hello everyone. Welcome to Selenium Automation Training by H2K Infosys. This is Lata, your faculty for today. I want to introduce myself first. I work as a QA lead with more than 10 plus years of experience. With H2K Infosys, I work as a faculty for QA automation based and certification courses. So H2K Infosys is a leading IT training and placements company. Um, so so it is a 1 second. So H2K Infosys is a leading IT-based uh, placements company where, they give training to students in software development and QA-based courses, and also help with the training and with live projects and placement support. So they have been there for like over 25 years and based in Atlanta, Georgia, and founded in 2005. So for example, like I would like to know if you are if you are a student or housewife or a person career, professional with a career gap. This would be the solution for you to regain your, to gain your experience, to start with QA automation and have an great experience. So H2K Infosys helps you to get on board in work force, and with their training, lots of students, like over 50,000 students have gained the support, H2K Infosys support, and on these courses, and they have been placed, and right now they are having nice work. So the H2K Infosys have like more than 100 plus hours of training courses, and with live project, hands-on tool practice, installation help. They will also provide help with your with the software installation and support with the placements and everything. For 50,000, over 50,000 students have gained support as of now and counting. So the courses that they provide would be there are several courses on QA testing, like manual and automation, on AI and ML courses, and business analysis, Python based software development courses on Python, Java, and so on. So, and if you Google, you can find lots of positive reviews about H2K Infosys in all the social media by all our students. So, and so why do we take this course? Let's move into this. And before that, I would like to get introduction about yourself. If you can give me a brief introduction about yourself, that would be great. One by one, if you can go ahead and give me an introduction. Yeah, please go ahead. Prakash?
Yes, my name is Prakash Italia. I completed my QA manual, and as per the demand of right now in automation, someone in this career suggested me to do Selenium course, so that's why I joined.
Okay, thank you. Suhasini.
Yeah, hi, this is
Kanchana. Yeah,
Suhasini.
yeah, go ahead.
Hi, Lata Krishnan, this is Suhasini. I completed my computer science engineering long back, but I don't have work experience, so I started with my QA testing course. I completed my with H2K, completed my manual testing and automation testing. Now I'm continuing with the Selenium testing now.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
nice to
thank
hear.
you. Thank you.
Sure, thank you. Yeah. Kanchana.
Hi, myself
Hi.
Kanchana. I completed my bachelor's in BA Electronic and Communications. I don't have any experience till now, but I completed QA automation, some consultancy. So I'm looking for a job. As of now, I am a housewife.
Okay, nice to hear.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Joseph. Joseph, can you go ahead?
Yeah, hi, my name is Yosef. So my background is in health science. I have done Selenium with Santos before, but I have been engaged in my own business. So right now I'm taking this as a refresher. Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you. Srisha.
Hello, Lata Krishnan. How are you?
Hi. Fine, how are you?
Yeah, good, good.
Yep.
I have completed my master's and currently, like, I'm a fresher, and some of my
Mm.
friends are like working in testing. So I felt interesting, and so I want to learn more about QA testing.
Oh, great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so let's discuss more about the automation and how it goes in QA. It goes along, how it will help you. So actually, currently, like, what are the challenges and pain points that everyone who wants to get into the job market would face? So as of now, you know that the market is really very tight right now, and there are so many jobs, but due to the market's condition, it's very competitive. And so during this time, we, there was a very good scope for testing, for QA testing. And right now, there is a very big necessity for automation, actually, rather than more than like, manual testing, just manual testing. People prefer with people like, uh, candidates both with manual as well as automation, because right now the trend is going on. It's for faster and quicker uh, completion of tasks and of testing tasks. So there is a lot of tools, there is a lot of automation tools right now in market, and people would want to, the companies would want to make use of those. And so they want all the candidates, all their candidates and employees to have very good background of automation. And in that, so first comes, I would say, first and foremost priority they give for Selenium automation. And this because Selenium has, like, it has very good reviews among the companies, among the other, like, among the candidates and everything. So Selenium is like, why they prefer Selenium. What is Selenium? Let's look into that. And before that, we will see, like, uh there is lack of experience, before, like, people, many employers would prefer candidates with prior experience in software testing, and especially with automation. And these are the pain points that we see right now, and especially during this tight market and limited skill set. They only have, manual testing background, they do not have the programming background, or they do not have the automation background. And the market is very tight, the competition is very heavy. People, there are so many candidates coming out, fresher candidates coming out with a lot of skill sets. And other than that, there is networking challenges, like, you need to have a very good professional network in the community. And the resume, preparation of your resume, how you portray your resume, how you portray an interview. These are the pain points that anyone would face right now who is currently trying to get into the job market. So the solutions that we have here, in H2K Infosys would be, so how we give you a practical experience through ongoing live projects that we give, like a lot of open source projects that we give, and give training on those, and we give you relevant skill sets and how we train in those, and we also help you build your resume, and we also, there is H2K Infosys provide you a community of forums and communities of all the students will have a community and a forum where they can interact, and also they will have insights about the industries and job opportunities there, and they will help you with preparation of your resume and cover letters, and preparation for the interviews. They will also give you mock interview sessions. So all these are the solutions that H2K would provide for you on your onboarding with the job market. So now let's go deep dive into uh, the Selenium course and how we will help in this. So, and you can look into Google and Facebook for a lot of reviews from our students. And so let's dive into what is Selenium and how we will why you need Selenium. So Selenium course is for anyone with QA background or without any QA background, with any any set from anyone, for anyone coming from any background, you can go for testing, QA testing, and with and for automation. So what does a Selenium automation engineer would do? Let me just open. So, a test automation engineer designs, builds, tests, and deploys effective test automation solutions for a software, for an application. He generates test cases using Selenium, enhances the test cases, debugs test cases, and does defect tracking and reporting. So, who is this course for? Let's look into, what is the curriculum, how this will help you. So this course is for Selenium online training courses for students, non-IT background, with non-IT background or IT background, beginners who wish to start a career in IT industry as a Selenium automation engineer, programmers who have the added responsibility of running tests before, and if you are switching career for manual testing, like you guys said, to automation, and QA analysts who are already working as a manual QA analyst, who need formal training to be proficient and standard out from in the competition for automation. And you do not have any computer science background, you wish to start a successful career in IT, you want to increase your income potential, and if you see the scope for Selenium automation engineer, especially in US, it's it's the average salary would start from 70, 60, 70K to 100, 120K. And the average in US, national average in US right now is 90, around 90 per year. So immediately when you start, you will be placed in very good, with a very good package. So these are the advantages for taking Selenium automation course for anyone with any background. So what we cover here, this is actually an online training placement course with certification. This is a certification course, and you will have extensive 40 plus hours of Selenium training course, which covers both basic and advanced topic, and to become an expert Selenium automation engineer. So you'll be proficient in Selenium WebDriver. You will have with learning, you'll be learning with the build tools like Maven, and continuous integration tools Jenkins, and repository tools like GitHub. And also we will help in training with training DevOps. So latest frameworks, we will also teach you like page object model, and we will provide you with assignments, training materials, and tutorials and recorded videos for complete learning experience. And we will also provide you with live projects to practice, and we will also give you real world knowledge and examples, and whatever other than that, training placement support as well. So let's look into the course curriculum. So we will first have an introduction to automation testing, which will cover a brief introduction to automation and the need for automation, how it will enable you to beat the competition and make you get the better jobs in the market, difference between functional and automation testing, and the advantages of Selenium over other tools in the market. So there are there are so many tons of tools in the market, and why we choose Selenium, why most of the companies are requiring the competency in Selenium and automation, and history of Selenium and why automation is important for your career, and drawbacks of Selenium. So, and in the course, we will cover with all the necessities for being a Selenium automation engineer, like core Java. We'll cover what programming knowledge you would need, to what extent we will cover that for Selenium, and the automation frameworks that you need to build, and the Java topic contents and web element, like in Selenium 4 we will have like web elements and locators, strategies and synchronization, and how to handle different web elements, how to use the actions class, and handling the pop-ups in Selenium. And we will also give introduction and how to use TestNG frameworks, and then completely development of end-to-end framework. So this is what we will cover. And let's move into any questions here. Anyone?
No.
Okay, great. So anything you have any questions here about the introduction, about the curriculum, you can reach out. You can just raise your hand or just ping. So what is Selenium? We will look into that. Before that, what is testing? If anyone can answer. Why we do testing? What is testing? Anyone?
Testing is like testing an application.
Yeah, testing an application. What is the output you need in this that you are expecting?
The application function is working or not. I have to check.
Okay, sure. So I will give you an example. Okay, so let's look into this. So now it's not only for software. It is not only for software or hardware projects. It is like I will give you an example, like day-to-day example what we do. So we are actually, for example, we are buying a gas stove or a microwave. Let's look into an example of a microwave. We are buying a microwave. And what will we do first when we get a microwave or a fridge? What will we do? Let's take one example and talk about it. So anything you would prefer. What do we do? First, we are bringing the item to our house, and what do we do?
We test the system. How is it working?
Yeah, we check the
Yeah. So what?
manual
Yeah.
and we plug in first to the electric.
Yes.
Then we check if it's working, if the sound is coming, and we open the door and check if the light is there, and if cold air is coming. And we try to follow the manual, and we can set it to the certain temperature, and we can put
Yes.
stuff and check later if it's cooling, stuff
Exactly. Right. Yeah. That's about it. So what we are doing here is we are verifying whether the item that we have is working as expected, right? So for example, if it is a fridge, as Joseph was mentioning, we bring it, we plug it in, and we see whether it is turning on, whether the lights are on, whether it is like we are looking into the manual, verifying the manual, and seeing, validating whether the equipment is working as per described in the manual, as per our expectations, as per what is our expectations should be matching the manual, matching the requirement that is specified in the manual. So our expectation and the manual says that if you keep things inside a fridge, it will cool and it will keep it without getting spoiled. It will keep the items without getting spoiled. So that is what we will bring the fridge to home and we will plug it in and we will see whether the lights are on and it is like, bringing the coolness. After 1 or 2 hours, we'll check whether it is cool, and then we will try to place the all the items inside, and after an hour or so we will see whether it is chilled, whether it is cool. So that is what we are doing here, right? That's what, verification and validation. So we are having a requirement, a manual that specifies what this item will do, what this equipment will do, and that is the requirement. And against that we are checking, we are verifying whether it is working as per what is mentioned in the manual. So that is what is called testing. And again, same thing with the microwave. So we are plugging it in and seeing when we turn it on, we are seeing whether it is turning the lights on, and we are keeping an item inside in a microwavable container and turning it on, and as per the manual we are maybe keeping like 1 minute or 30 seconds or whatever, and pushing the start button, and we are seeing that whether this is working as expected, whether it is heating the item. So that is what is testing. So if we go into Selenium, what is Selenium? Selenium is a popular open source software testing tool used for automating web applications. It's mostly used for functional testing, regression testing, performance testing, and it is only for web applications. We actually, the Selenium is used for web applications mostly. We need to have like third-party tools for if we need to test using Selenium. If you need to use for desktop applications, Windows-based applications, we need to plug in third-party tools so that we can look into further afterwards. And Selenium actually supports multiple programming languages. Why Selenium is actually most of the companies are preferring Selenium. Why they are preferring Selenium? Because it's an open source tool. It's a freeware, and it has a lot of community-based support online, and it supports multiple programming languages. They can go for any language like Java, C Sharp, Python, Ruby, etc. And it is not like just sticking to one tool, one language. And also it's supports multiple platforms and multiple operating systems. So that is why companies prefer Selenium, because it has a range of, it supports a range of programming languages and operating systems and browsers and platforms. And what is the need for Selenium here? So we will be looking into Selenium WebDriver in this course. And what is the need for Selenium WebDriver? Selenium has many components, if you know, like, it has Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, and Selenium WebDriver and Selenium Grid. Why we are going for Selenium WebDriver? Because Selenium RC before, it was a tool that let coders create automatic UI tests for web applications in any coding language. But it tests websites over HTTP in browsers that could run JavaScript. The old Selenium remote control server took commands from your test code, made sense of them, and sent back the results. But it did this by putting Selenium core into the browser to run commands. This was very complex and slow. So we preferred Selenium WebDriver because that fixed this complexity and slowness by dropping the need for a separate server. It talks straight to the browsers. So that is why we prefer Selenium WebDriver, because it uses their own built-in ways to automate the tasks. This simpler setup by Selenium WebDriver cuts down on runtime, and that's why we are preferring Selenium WebDriver. It gives clear APIs, not like the tricky ones like remote control. Plus, it can also run tests without showing the browser. Like there is a browser called headless HTML unit browser. And these upgrades make WebDriver easier to use and faster than the older way. So the advantages, let's look into the, what is testing why Selenium and the advantages of Selenium. So Selenium WebDriver covers its compatibility. It is like cross-browser compatible and multi-language. As we saw before, it is multi-language. It supports multi-languages. It is cost-effective and no need for the server, remote server, and it supports like multiple operating systems. So these are the advantages, like how it supports cross-browser, multiple browsers. So it allows you to execute tests across different browsers such as Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Internet Explorer, and others. This ensures that your web application is compatible with a variety of browsers, providing a more reliable assessment of its functionality. And also, there is something called Selenium Grid, where it supports parallel execution in different systems based on different browsers and different operating systems. So and it is multi-language support, like we saw before. It supports many languages: Java, Python, C Sharp, Ruby, and more. So this flexibility allows QA engineers and developers to choose a language they are comfortable with and that is best suited for their projects. For example, in companies, some companies would prefer to use Java, some companies would prefer to use Python for their development as well as for their testing. So it is very robust in these cases. Selenium is very helpful because it can support multiple languages as per their as per the company's need and as per the candidate's need. So they would hire a QA automation tester who is having a background already with Python, and it is easier for them to start with the same, like Selenium with Python itself, instead of going to Selenium with Java if it's only supporting Java. So that is why Selenium is very helpful, is supportive to companies as well as to candidates, because it supports multiple languages. And it is very cost effective. Actually, it reduces the need for manual testing, saving the time and resources. And it's very easy to for anyone with any background to get acquainted with Selenium and automation, and with Selenium. The programming level that it needs is very easy for anyone to get the expert level training and start with this automation, Selenium automation. And that helps in their career, growing their career as well. And so no need for any remote server. As we saw before, for remote control we needed a remote server to communicate, but Selenium WebDriver communicates directly with the browser, and that improves the speed and efficiency. And then it also supports the multiple operating systems like Linux, Mac, Windows, etc. So this cross-platform support allows teams to execute tests on different operating systems, ensuring the application's consistency across diverse environments. And so the timeline, I would say it would take like around 6 to 8 months for you to become an expert automation tester. And the scope, as I was explaining before, the job opportunities are enormous when you have the automation background rather than just manual. And especially with Selenium, because this is a very supportive, very popular tool across companies and globally, actually. So like enormous tools that is there out in the market, but Selenium is always very popular amongst the companies globally. And scope, as I was expecting, as I was mentioning before, that average salary in US would be like starting from 60 to 120K with minimum experience itself. So yeah, any questions here? Any questions about the topics that will be covered, or anything about the job opportunities, about the timeline,
Yeah,
anything?
a question regarding Selenium. Is it still
Yeah.
the most popular automation language? I hear like there are a lot of codeless tools. So how is the
Yeah.
market still?
Yes. So there are a lot of tools out in the market, and which does not require the QA tester to be very expert in the programming language, but still actually there is always very good scope for Selenium. Yeah, even though this there is a lot of tools, there are a lot of tools which does not require the background of coding. Still, companies globally prefer this, and they also use their developers itself to use Selenium sometimes when they do not have the candidates create candidates. But at the same time, any company would not prefer to have just the developer to test their own work, because that is not advisable, because they will only see from the positive background, from their what they have developed there. They will think, okay, we have done it very well. So from breaking point of background, only QAs will look into the application. So it's very important to have a QA team and QA members. And yeah, companies prefer Selenium overall, even though it needs the background of programming language, but it supports several programming languages where there are Python, and there are so many languages which is very easy. And companies prefer Selenium right now. It's still with the other tools itself. Yeah.
Do we need to learn a minimum of the coding? Is it needed for Selenium?
Yeah, there is a necessity for learning coding, whatever is required for Selenium, and that we will cover here in our course. And it will be easier to if we will be going step by step. It is not going to be harder. The minimum level of coding that is required for Selenium is not so hard, so I think it's not a big hassle for you guys. We will make it easier. So yeah.
And you will be sending the recordings, right? Every day's recording.
Yes, yeah, the recordings we will send, and we will have like the materials we will send, and all the required materials H2K Infosys will provide you, and previous
Thank,
recorded videos
thank
will
you.
also be there. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Hello.
Anything else? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, even like, do you provide demo sections regarding any other technology?
Yeah, so actually H2K Infosys will send you demo sessions links for any candidates who are with this H2K Infosys. They will always get all these demo sessions links in their emails, so you can attend any other demo sessions as well. And if you prefer that, you can also take those courses. Yeah,
Okay, okay. Thank you.
yeah. Thank you. Anything else? Anyone? Okay, if no more questions, so we will wrap this session. And I hope that this automation testings with Selenium would help you in your, in becoming competitive in job market, and to get the required skills for uh, moving on to the job market, and becoming an like candidate here in the workplace. So yeah, it was very nice interacting with you guys today, and I hope you will have you will continue enrolling in the session, and with the support that H2K will provide you. Okay, thank you for your time, and looking forward to meet you again in our upcoming sessions.
Yeah, one
See you then.
last question. Sorry.
Yeah,
Do we have
yeah, go ahead.
daily classes? Is it like Monday to Friday, same timing?
So that you will get information from H2K Infosys in email, or like you can ask them, you can contact them in their contact number that is provided, as well as they have a WhatsApp number. I can show you.
Do we have
Yeah.
class tomorrow?
I need to, like, they will be letting you know about all the sessions
Sure,
and when it will
sure.
be. Yeah.
Thank you.
So you
Yeah.
can contact them with their contact number or email ID, or the WhatsApp number. So they will let you know. Okay. So anything else? Okay, then. See you guys. Have a nice uh, evening. Thank you and have a nice evening. Bye.
Thank you. You as well.
Thank
Thank you. Bye.
Yep. Thank you. Bye.